Hi, everybody. So I thought I would come in this room today because I know some of y'all love to see art and inspiration and everything. Sorry about the lighting, y'all. I might go get a candle and see if that helps. But y'all, I'm telling you, no lie. Let me tell y'all, a lot of people, they, look, I'm gonna just say it. Some of y'all, and even myself, are reaching levels of deepness that people cannot deal with. Okay. Some of y'all is reaching levels of deepness that people can't deal with. I'm telling you no lie. Right when you think everybody's going real deep as you, they're not. Okay. Look, I just saw deep, y'all. I ain't even lying. Look, no lie. I said the word deep and I looked on TV and I see Deepak Chopra's name. Deep, y'all. I ain't even lying. Deepak Chopra. It says, nothing is more important than reconnecting with your bliss. Nothing is as rich. Okay, it's by Deepak Chopra, y'all. Deepak Chopra. Chopra. I guess he's a writer or author or something. Look what the next quote say. We realize the importance of our voice. Our voices only when we are silenced. And that's what I was talking about. Look, some of y'all is getting too deep that the system is trying to silence y'all. I'm serious. The system is trying to silence some of y'all. I'm telling you no lie. Y'all might not know it, but it is. Okay? Look, there's deep and then there's deep, deep, deep. Okay? Like when I say deep, 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 I'm talking about Picasso deep. I'm talking about Monet deep. I'm talking about Jack Cork deep. Okay? That type of deepness. All right. Not everybody can go that deep. Okay? Not everybody can. And they're not going to understand, they're not going to be able to understand your deepness. Let me tell y'all, what I just went through just now is the testimony of reaching a certain level of deepness that a lot of people ain't reaching. And that's what a lot of us is have happening. Okay. I was in a group and I don't got nothing to say about the LGBT community. This has nothing to do with it, but it was a queer group. I don't know what y'all call it, LGBT rainbow group or whatever. I'm for everybody. But I found that there was like a little bit of distance towards me. I was African American and everybody else was, I guess, different you know, whatever, their genders or whatever. Now, why did I join the group? Because I should be able to join their group. They join ours, right? I don't mean no harm. I don't mean no harm. Transgender people want us to welcome them in our home and at our table. I should be welcomed in theirs. Okay? So I joined because I don't discriminate and I should not be discriminated against. But I personally felt a little bit of discrimination. Okay? I'm just keeping it real. All right. So the lady stated the rules are everybody's work is an early draft. So don't say nothing negative about it, right? I was shocked to see that she actually acted like she had nothing to say about my work, like she really wasn't saying much about my work. And I said, it's an early draft. She said, oh, it's definitely an early draft. Now I have a problem with that because she said everybody's work is an early draft. But when the next person read, she did not say your work is an early draft. She said, yeah, we definitely want you to return because you're skilled or whatever. But when I read, she was like, I know Victoria. I know Victoria. We're gonna have Victoria go first. I'm curious to see what she wrote. But meanwhile, back at the ranch, she act like she didn't want to comment after she heard my work. Everybody heard my work. But she clapped to the ceiling when the next woman read her work. I mean, It was ridiculous. And then once again, in the chat box, all the white people was complimenting each other. The white people was saying, "Oh, your work is good." They didn't say nothing about mine. So I knew the energy told me where this was going. So when I did commentary on my work, I said, I purposely wrote the piece like this because the piece is based upon complicated wires, the phrase that I chose from the piece. And I told her what I said. And she said, "Oh, I do realize you did say that in the work." My point is this, okay? I saw like 4 people in a group. They were like this. Now tell me why the host was flatlined. If there's 4 people in a group going like this, why is she flatlined? I literally went back to my piece and I was even blown away. I ain't trying to be smart, but I'm an educated teacher in writing. I'm educated in writing. I was even blown away. All right. I was even blown away at what came out of me. And I can't help it if their minds is not deep enough, if they ain't used to a Jack Court. Because really, I'm kind of a mixture of Charles Bukowski, Jack Court, Philip Levine. I'm a mixture of them. Okay. I'm a mixture. My point, I can't help it if it's too deep. It's just too deep for them. But I'm trying to tell y'all, sometimes y'all could go too deep that the surface world, they don't, they can't deal with it. All right. The lady who read after me, I'm sorry, she did not really tell it slant in her work. She had 2 decent lines. My work is slant from the top to the bottom. That you better be able to go deep to understand this piece. I'm gonna read some of this work, okay? I'm gonna read y'all some of the piece. Now, mind you, we didn't have an hour to edit or nothing. Okay, I want to read y'all this piece. This is an early draft, okay? The only thing that I worked on was the last line. I really didn't change any of the piece. Okay? So this is the piece. It's so they had read us a poem, and then I felt that tingling sensation when I heard the phrase, the complicated wires. So this is what I got. And I was just shocked that, like, I don't mean no harm, I'm not hating. Cause see, here's the thing. If I would have called it out, they would have said I'm gender discriminating. But if why is it gender discriminating if I don't like what you said? If I don't like what you said and I feel you're wrong what you're saying. That doesn't mean I'm discriminating against your gender. So, but I felt like my hands were tied behind my back. I couldn't really say nothing because I was in a minority group, but I'm still a minority. So I still should have been able to say something. Y'all, it was weird. You know what? If I start a group for straight people, they would say and I acted that way, they would call me out. But my problem is when transgender and gay people can act any kind of way and shade and be numb and insensitive towards any stranger, but nobody calls them out. It's like it's normal. They could be any way they want to be. Y'all. Okay, I'm going to read some of my work. Okay, it's called The Complicated Wires. The phrase is from a poem by some girl named Kate. I'm going to get her whole name. All right. Y'all, what happened here? Okay, Complicated Wires. Let me go ahead and go down. All right, y'all, I got to go down, know what happened here. Y'all have so much work, I don't know. Okay, here it goes. The Complicated Wires. Now, this is an early draft, y'all. I mean, I didn't even have time really to work on it. Now, so this is what I just wrote in the classroom. And the host was like flatline, literally. She just said, "Okay, thank you for reading it. It was enjoyed." She was very flatline. All right, so they're everywhere. Already halfway to you when your mind shows up before your body do, which someone down on earth would argue you that it does and probably win. I've lost to that argument. Before I was even told what I was thinking, and they were right because it was in my face what I was thinking. So I couldn't deny it. But y'all, I'm not done. I'm not done, y'all. I'm gonna get the whole workout. See, this is, I don't know. Every time I go to do something, here go. The ones I have already felt may still be called talk, but are really blah, 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 blah. But really, I think it's a new type of world size consciousness, and you can't seem to escape it fast enough. Like taking a job you know you want you to leave, but it's a job you got today, these days. You don't even try. The clues to do it are so well hidden, and you don't have the energy to after their impact on what you say is your guts, yours. You know, according to the shape of this world now, people show up to swing a little from them, to test the might of them. Some influencers do it on YouTube, test the might, but never say, I myself. I mean, may never say, I myself heard it happen. I was the biggest wide open ear turned to it before. I never said because others may push me out, because no one wants to be pushed out by some great might. They can clearly see, have the eyes of everyone stuck on them, where they're so red, so blue. Sometimes I feel I am the only one ducking extra low when I walk in the room of them, even though they are high above me. I follow them sometimes from solid wall to solid wall when I have no choice, because I'm just trying to get a little light of mine to bloom from any giant Zeus type touch they've left vibrating in the room. Sometimes I want to make my mind a solid wall when I feel that they are truly there, especially on special days when we are supposed to make each other feel special. I won't say it's a holiday. I don't think it have to be. No need to agree. Any day of the week, complicated wires are alive, 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 hitting me from afar. And I say, let me continue. And they still continue. They continue. They so need to force you to say what, force me to say what they want me to say. But they won't say they are. Boy, how strong they are when no one is making anyone feel special, though they should be. Everyone has a distinctive speech somehow, with some part of them present in the room. I'm shocked that it wasn't enough. I saw it. I saw it. I saw someone else see it. Now they're going to tell me they can't conceive of this piece. They cannot conceive of this piece. How many of y'all was able to follow that piece? Raise your hand. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. They can't because they can't. All right. So I'm going to tweak this piece while we live on here. They're everywhere, already halfway to you when your mind shows up before your body do, which someone down on earth would argue you that it does, say it does, and probably win. I've lost that argument before I was even told what I was thinking, and they were right because it was right in my face, so I couldn't deny it. The ones I have already felt may still be called talk, but are really blah 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 blah. But really, I think it's a new type of world size consciousness, and you can't seem to escape it fast enough. Like taking a job, you know, you want you to leave, but it's a job because you got today, these days, you don't even try. The clue to do it is well hidden, and you don't have the energy to after their impact on what is your guts. You say is your guts. According to the shape of this world now, people show up to swing a little bit from them, to test the might of them. Some influencers do on YouTube, test the might, but never say. I myself have heard it happen. I was the biggest wide open ear turn to some of them before. I never said because others may push me out, because no one wants to be pushed out by something so mighty. They can clearly see, have all these eyes stuck on them, whether so red, whether so blue. Sometimes I feel like I'm the only one ducking extra low when I walk in the room of them, even though they are high above me. I follow them sometime from solid wall to solid wall when I have no choice. I'm just trying to get any light of minds to bloom from any giant Zeus type touch they may have left vibrating in the room. Sometimes I want to make my mind a solid wall when I feel they are truly there, especially on special days when we are supposed to make each other feel special. I won't say it's a holiday. I think it shouldn't have to be. No need to agree. Any day of the week, complicated wires are alive, 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 hitting me from afar. And I say, let me continue. And they still continue. They continue. They so need to force me to say what they want me to say, but they won't say they are. Boy, how strong they are when no one is making anyone feel special, though they should be, since everyone have a distinctive speech somehow in some part of their presence. I am shocked that it wasn't enough. I saw it, I saw it, I saw someone else see it. They wish they could write some shit like this. Period. Period. And this is y'all. I wrote this shit without writing over days. This is what just came out of me just writing, okay? And then this lady will sit up there like, I don't know what you talking about. Your mind ain't deep enough. Your mind's not deep enough. They can't go this deep. They can't understand the way these lines, and I gotta pat myself on the back for this because even I was shocked that something like this could come out of me. Okay, even the sound devices, when we are supposed to make each other feel special. I won't say it's a holiday. I think it shouldn't have to be, but no need to agree. Any day of the week, complicated wires are alive and alive, hitting me from afar. I say, let me continue, and they still continue. They continue. So they need to force me to say what they want me to say, but they won't say they are. But boy, how strong they are when no one is making anyone feel special, though they should be. They wish they could use those type of rhythms and devices. Sound devices popping in and out everywhere in this per piece. They wish they could do that. And they want to sit up there and hate on me. I follow them sometime from solid wall to solid wall when I have no choice. I'm just trying to get any light of mine to bloom from any giant Zeus type touch they have left vibrating in the room. Period. That stands up right there. Okay. Okay. Let's get into one. Sometimes I feel like I am the only one ducking extra low when I walk in the room of them, even though they are high above me. Listen to that slant, because most people say high above as gods. Okay, but if they are high above, why do I need to duck from them? They're not down here with me. See, that's the slant of the image. That's the slant of the image. And we were, and it goes with the beginning of my right when I said they're everywhere. Okay, I never said because others may push me out, because no one wants to be pushed out by something so mighty. They can clearly see, have a lot of eyes stuck on them, so red or so blue. As we know, with the color blue, it could be peaceful or it could be sad. Red, it could be mad or it could be, fired up. Okay. So who wants to go against that? Like, who wants to go against someone who's that strong when they got that type of energy stuck on them? Some, fire, the devil, when they got all that peace. Okay, believe it or not, people do fear peace. Okay, people who like to challenge you, they are intimidated by your peace. They are. Okay, so what I was saying is that this is somebody who's so mighty. These complicated wires, this a conversation, okay? This is a conversational type piece, and complicated wires is talking about all right, voices in the room, voices, okay? And they're, complicated, so they're in some sort of battle or argument or something. So I was talking about my experience with them. Sometimes I feel like I'm the only one ducking extra low when I walk in the room of them, even though they are high above me. Okay. So I walk in the room with the voices who are above me. And I feel that way because I haven't spoken yet. I just walked in the room. Or did I? Someone else will say I did, which I mentioned I already walked in the room. Somebody else will say that I did, which I mentioned at the beginning of this piece. See, the problem with some writers is some writers don't understand that art is artistic, even great literary art. It's not supposed to be predictable. It's not even supposed to be so carefully understood, even on the first draft. All right. Some of the most best art is complicated. We notice when we look at Picasso, we notice when we look at Monet, we notice when we look at Jacques Cousteau's, right, okay? The funny thing is they want to say that my shit always, oh, that's stream of consciousness. Every time you have a hard time understanding something, it doesn't mean it was the stream of consciousness. Because if we're going to call great work that you have a hard time understanding stream of consciousness, then we need to call Jack Cousteau's work stream of consciousness. Call his work stream of consciousness. He actually said he wrote stream of consciousness, but they won't. Society won't say his work is stream of consciousness because he's white. They don't want to. They don't want to pin him with that word. Okay, they don't want to pin him with that word. They want to say, oh, he's just a genius. Stream of consciousness doesn't there. Okay. I didn't write this stream of consciousness. I purposely picked my stanzas. But I hate it when people have a hard time understanding work. It's not so accessible that they want to call a stream of consciousness. And these low vibration people who can't go deep artistically, that's what they're trying to do now. They're trying to say that your work, they can't really understand it right from the start. So it must be nonsense and stream of consciousness because they cannot go deep. I even say I lost to that argument. Why? Because I said the complicated wires. Okay? We know that wires have voices. We know that wires have energy. People talk through wires. If their mind was deep enough, they would have be able to understand the whole entire metaphor symbolism of this entire piece. The piece in itself is a metaphor of complicated wires. But I'm not going to spoon feed it the layers to somebody. That's not my job. Get your damn brain deep. These surface based people, I'm done. Or half surface based, mid ocean thinking people, I don't got time for them. Go to the predictable work, the basic shit, okay? Or take time to actually study the work of geniuses, okay? Of geniuses. It might be complicated because it's a genius type of right. It's not my job, okay, to strengthen someone's ability to understand brilliantly written work. They're everywhere, already halfway to you when your mind shows up before your body do. Okay, I don't know about y'all, but I can feel people's energy. I can feel the conversation that was in a room before I come in a room. Okay? I said your mind shows up before your body do, which someone down on earth would argue you that it does and probably win. Okay? See, on earth, now there's people that will say, no, I felt your mind, because this is a very psychic world now. But once upon a time, it wasn't as psychic as it is. It's really psychic now. So of course, there's people are getting very spiritual. People will argue you and say, "No, I felt your mind. I felt your mind. That means what you was thinking, what you had to say. I knew before you came." All right, the complicated wires, and I made the piece complicated on purpose. It wasn't supposed to. It wasn't supposed to continue on one path of subject matter. It was supposed to have a mix of subjects all around the main theme because it's themed on complicated wires. See, this is why. This is why. Okay, like once you reach a certain level of genius and deepness in your art, you gotta basically like be off the map. Okay, because not everybody, a lot of people ain't ready for you. People's brains are so smushy, so basic that mediocre is the new gift now. Mediocre today is the new genius now. Everybody say you're a genius if you could just do some mediocre shit. If you could just put two good lines, two clear accessible lines in your work, everyone say that you're gifted. It's sad. We're doomed. We're doomed. I'm just saying, we're doomed. And even where I say the ones I have already felt may still be called talk. Now, I want to put somewhere there because I want to repeat that word. The ones I have already felt, because I felt like I wanted to say somewhere, the ones I have already felt may still be called talk somewhere, but are really blah, 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 blah. You know why I say blah, 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 blah? Because I'm saying it's bullshit. Okay? Blah, 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 blah. But really, I think it is a new type of world size consciousness, and you can't seem to escape it fast enough. So, not everybody will be able to understand you when you get to a level of writing that is like brilliant, okay? Where it's like a unique tapestry. I'm having this idea. I presented my piece. I read this already, so it's already recorded, y'all. It's already recorded, and praise the Most High for. Wait a minute here. I don't know. It should be recording. It's acting like it's not. Okay, hopefully it recorded. I think it did. Okay, but I already recorded my piece in the group. Okay, everyone thinks poetry is always just stuff with imagery. Okay, I have imagery in this work, but what people need to realize that poetry can also be where it's just so slanted. Okay, tell the truth, but tell it slant. That's what Emily Dickinson say. Okay, and that's what I'm about. I'm about telling the slant because I don't want to be basic. Well, everybody's saying basic, all the basic writing is the truth. No, it is not the truth. This is telling this slant. I followed them sometime from solid wall to solid wall. Like we're in prison together. We're in prison. I'm in prison with these complicated wires. Solid wall to solid wall. That all prisons are broken. Some prisons are beautiful. That's why I didn't say what type of wall. I just said solid wall because I don't want to control the reader's imagination. I just want to give a little taste of what's necessary for them to know. All my reader needed to know there is that it was a solid wall. Okay. And I'm thinking it's solid because I feel it so strongly, these walls, okay? When we get to that surface, that it's like it's solid to me. Okay? So that's how I felt, this solid wall to solid wall. Y'all, I'm shocked. I'm really scared. I'm scared for this world, y'all. I am. I am. I'm really scared. I'm really scared because people are really caught up in the basic shit. It's like real hardcore now. And even when I say to get any light of minds to bloom from any giant Zeus type touch, okay? Now I might go ahead Zeus type. Yeah, I was gonna say stroke. Zeus type. I'm gonna go hit. I'm gonna go Zeus type hit because Zeus likes to hit, strike or whatever. So yeah. Ooh, yeah, there we go. Now I say light to bloom. So if I say I'm trying to connect with a vibration of Zeus, I'm saying I'm trying to connect, I'm trying to have light. Because Zeus was of light. He was of lightning. That's what he did. He brought lightning into the world. Okay? He had a lightning staff where he struck people with lightning, like Thor. So my point is that what I'm making, um, I say bloom and room. All right. So, and I say high above in the stanza before, and then in the next stanza, I say Zeus. So it's not my problem that them low that some people feel like my work is too, that I'm a bit of a Picasso. Okay, I am a bit of a Picasso, but it's not my problem. I'm a bit of a Monet in my problem. I mean, Monet and Picasso, because they told it slant, and so did Emily Dickinson, and so did Jack Kerouac. Okay, that's how you get remembered. Anybody can write some basic, predictable imagery lines, but telling it slants, catching people off guard in your work, that's how you be remembered. That's how you really be remembered. That's how you make people want to read your shit over and over and over and over and over again. I want someone to want to read my shit over and over and over again. Okay? People doing one trick pony shit. I got one good line. Woo! Give me my trophies. No, you can dismiss me. I'm better than one good line. Okay? Let me go ahead and write that down. I'm too good for one good line. Y'all, I'm going deep, y'all. Hi, beautiful. Hi, John. Hi, Angela Parker. I started sharing some of my work on the channel. Okay. I don't get into purposely being structured anymore. I found out that all this, like, following a certain structure in art is literally will kill your gift. Like, it will kill the natural artistic you. So I find that it's really important to let yourself be free, really free in your artistic expression. But we're living in a world where everyone is trying to write. People are being too neat in art. They want a neatly packaged, predictable, basic piece of work, and everybody's celebrating it. I wish I had recorded this lady's poem. I'm not trying to hate, but her poem, I don't mean no harm. I literally could have had a V8 when I heard the first stanza. There was nothing unique about her entrance, even connected to her the title of her piece. But I guess she the right gender and she the right race, so she gets her coins. She gets coins. And she was even invited. She was even invited to email the host. The host was like, email me. I mean, especially with your talent. And I was like, I'm literally known all through Invite Brown. Invite Brown. Like, you know how many, y'all, I gotta get ready to go. Y'all, thank you for watching me. I gotta go, y'all. I didn't realize it was 4 o'clock. I'll see y'all in a little bit, okay? Bye, everybody. What the hell? It's 4 o'clock.